and we clear the whole board. And that's just beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. We've got Tyvar Mill with Tyvar the Jubilant Brawler. This is a perfect little card to throw in to our little self-mill build with the Tarmogoyf. No, it's the Lhurgoyf. The full side note, Tarmogoyf was like the first ever, like one of the first ever magic cards I've ever seen. So I'm gonna call this the Targoyf from the whole video. Hope you don't mind. We got the Cruel Somnophage. Obviously, we're just milling our own things. And then this one actually has the power equal to all graveyards, and while their Tarmogoyf only has it in our graveyard, so that is something to note. But the Likeness Looter goes really well with the Tyvar, because the Likeness Looter, if you notice, has like the draw card and discard a card. The Tyvar can bring it back from the graveyard, and it can mill it to give the Likeness Looter things that we can copy. So if you have to fly over like a lot of Anvil decks, you can use this and copy one of your Cruel Somnophages or the Tarmogoyf and the Lhurgoyf, whatever. I know some people might get a little butthurt about that, but whatever. The Tyvar goes well with it because you can untap it, and then you may activate this as it has haste. So you do get that if you're like a mana screwed or something like that. So the Likeness Looter does make the most use of the Tyvar's untap and then the haste ability. So other than that, we don't really have anything going on with that. Other than that, we just have pretty much just a basic self-mill type of deck. I do have Specter of Mortality and like Toxrill as silver bullets here, because the Huntsman's redemption is also very, very relevant. If you notice, we don't have too many 3-drops and no 4-drops. Because we have so many like Cruel Somnophages, this thing goes as an adventure. So the 2 and the 4 turns aren't very hard, but the 3, you kind of want a little extra for that turn 3 because it can get a little bit awkward. So the Huntsman's redemption comes in clutch here. Now we can go ahead and sacrifice like an Undead Butler or like a Gnawing Vermin to grab one of these Toxrill, the Corrosives, the Sheoldred, or the Specter of Mortality. If they have a wide board, this card is going to single-handedly win you games. And then you can just go ahead and use this for the mill. Whatever you want, it is what it is. And then you can, last but not least, you give everything trample. If you got like a big, 10-10 Cruel Somnophage, you can give it trample so they can't chump block it. That is the deck here. Specter of Mortality, another little Colossal Skyturtle, and 4 Restless Cottages because it can really come in handy versus control. That is the deck. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Shadow the Hedgehog? Man, that was like the coolest. I think it was PlayStation 2. I think it was PlayStation 2. Like the coolest game in history. I'm not even joking you. I think Shadow's just really cool in general. I just haven't played a Shadow the Hedgehog or a Sonic game in a long time. Alright, I'm going to drop the Deathcap Glade, and then we'll be able to get into the Darkslick Shores. But let's see what we want to do here. The Duress. Of course, the Duress always comes on the turn 2 draw. Always. Now it makes it nice and awkward. I think we're going to go ahead and just drop an Undead Butler. If they're planning on countering, they're going to waste a counter on an Undead Butler. Alright, so they're going to get a little peek sees at our deck. They kind of know what we're doing here. Sultai Self-Mill. Tainted Indulgence. Oh, what was this? Oh, Italy, yeah. Oh my gosh, that is Jurassic World / Jurassic Park if I've ever seen it. Serious Jurassic Park vibes there. Invasion of Amonkhet. Okay, so at least we get some mill for us. That was nice of you. But what do we want to get rid of? I think we kind of just probably want to get rid of. I don't want to get rid of a Duress. Go for the Throats. Man, I really wish I knew what they were playing against. Let's go for the Throat. I think the only way that we make use of that is going to be. Yeah, there's no way we can really make too good a use of that. So let's go in for Duress. If they have Invasion of Alara, which they usually do, they don't. They got Breach the Multiverse, Jace Perfected Mind, or Render Inert. Remove up to 5 counters from target permanent. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Breach the Multiverse is kind of like their win condition. Can I kill them before they drop this? Oh, God. I should have kept the go for the Throat. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and do that. That's not good. Ooh. Alright. Let's go ahead and just drop this. I'm not going to waste any time with the milling. I definitely want to just go ahead and kill them. Yeah, I think we have to get rid of this thing, though, right? Like, if they just get this Lazatop convert... we can... Oh, God. I guess that's not that bad. But if they're... I don't want them taking my stuff. They do get us bigger, so I mean, no, that's not too bad. Gain a life. Let's put I guess we'll put another one out here. I mean, we have to just be as fast as humanly possible. Yeah, and then we're going to drop another one as a 4/5. This one is not as big because it's our graveyard, not all graveyards, but we got to be fast here. Because if they have... I don't like what's going on here. Hidetsugu and Kari. This card's really good. It is, it's a little, like, situationally, but I kind of like this card. Well, let's go ahead and put as much pressure on him as possible. Undead Butler, we get one with the Colossal Skyturtle. I mean, they are going to have to chump block. And, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, we actually just win with the Undead Butler. We just have enough power, and that is, whew, got out before they do anything quick. Are you, a Warjai? How you doing here? Let's see. We don't have any... Man, we have no green or blue in this hand. Oh my god. 2 swamps, huh? I guess we do it... I'm gonna keep it. It feels kind of gross. We do have plays. I mean, the Lhurgoyf we don't really need out early anyway. We typically like to get it bigger during time, so... No blue sources either. So we're gonna just ride the Undead Butler and the Tenacious Underdog. Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get... Let's get rid... Oh, God. Let's get rid of this, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to play stuff, so that's kind of the problem. Typically, you'd want to get rid of the Tenacious Underdog, but like I said, I don't know if we're gonna be able to play these things. We took a very aggressive and risky non-mulligan choice, so... Alright. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 feels very strange. Usually that's a no-brainer, you just get rid of the underdog, but I don't think we do that in this case. Dread Knight for the draw, okay. Alright, let's just go for Butler. We don't have 3 lands in general, which is absolutely awful. And we get an underdog in the graveyard anyway, so... Looking... We definitely need a land. I mean, there's no way we're going to win this with just 2 land. Missing a land jump already feels pretty gross. Don't drop a Graveyard Trespasser. Anything else. You can drop anything else. I give you permission to drop anything else other than a Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, a Squee? Ah, it's okay. I think I can live with the Squee. Yeah, we'll just block you out. We'll take it for now. This is a 4/4, so I mean we don't really have a choice anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. Bang bang. Maybe we should block with the Undead Butler, just so that we can get another Cruel Somnophage. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't even really care at this point. I guess you, because Lightning's Looter can come back and be flying, I mean, as a Cruel Somnophage, so I kind of like that. Here comes the Mossword. They did have to pay a little bit of life, though, for this, so I'm not too worried about this. We got the Virtue of Persistence. Are we gonna... I said that we couldn't win with two black cards, but I don't know. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I guess we'll just kill you. If they want to bring it back, it's gonna cost 1 life, and then they eat up their turn. So like, whatever. Gosh, I do want to swing in here, but I kind of don't. With the underdog, we only have 2 land. So they are gonna chump block. Maybe I should have though. That's always a catch-22 though, because I feel like if I would have swung with the underdog, they block the underdog. So. Up to a 7/7 though. Let's see what they want to do. This is in the graveyard. It's technically not adventured out. It's not like exiled. It is in their graveyard, even though it's over here like an adventure. It's technically not. Another monster. And why are you doing this? Are they down on land too? Because this makes no sense. Like, why would you be? You need board presence. So I'm a little confused why they're not just like playing stuff. But either way, I mean, we have lethal on board. I don't know. If we win this with two swamps, I mean, I will be astonished. We don't have a play, so we have to duress. Literally just straight up don't have a play right now. If we win this with 2 swamps, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Okay, so there's March of Wretched Sorrow. Hopefully we can at least get something else. Brotherhood and Rankle's Prank. Okay, well, it's going to be Rankle's Prank. Not even close. Yeah, Rankle's Prank. Nah, yeah, Brotherhood End. I mean, this thing is way too big for you. We don't care about that. So 3 to 16. What a game. What a game. I just cannot believe this. So Hungry for More. Trample. Oh, okay, so at least that you know, doesn't do anything, so. And a Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay. What is this game? What is this? I mean, they can bring out the squeeze, so I guess I should just... Let's do this. I want to keep the Undead Butler back, just because we'll be able to block with it, and then I guess we can get another Somnophage. I guess. Cottage, we don't love that. We definitely don't love that. Dread Knight. Draw. Why did you draw? Then you can't play a creature? What are you doing here? Oh, duh, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me. We finally get into another land, which is just beautiful. We're going to go for the Huntsman's Redemption. We love this. I'm going to do this right now. Well, let's keep the Undead Butler back just in case they want to flash into... Yeah, we'll do the same thing. Whatever, sure. And eventually we'll be able to go for the Huntsman's Redemption, and then we can just give it Trample, and none of this will matter. They won't be able to chump block us anymore. Virus Beetle. Oh, we'll give you the Specter, I suppose. Sure. Up to a whopping 10-10. Let's see. I mean, they could... If they wanted Brother's Hood End, I think they would have played that first, so... Act for more. Okay. Do I want to use the Undead Butler to retrieve something? I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I do. I lied. Let's do it. Undead Butler. Let's take the action. Bring the action. And let's just take another one. Yeah, sure. It's a 10-10. I mean, if we can play that for 2, that sounds like a win to me. Underground River. I do see. We actually kind of like doing this sometimes for like Toxrills and like Specter of Mortality, which we just got rid of. So I'm actually going to decline it for now. We could blitz this in too. Get him for 6. I'm gonna say no. Let's just say no for that. I guess we'll go ahead and use let's get the Tyvar out. That's it. Next turn we're gonna give these things Trample anyway, so.
Impressed? Your story's not finished yet.
Your story is not finished yet. So I mean, I know they have the what would really hurt is a Gix. Gix's command. I think that would hurt. In fact, Brotherhood's End. It's fine. Back for More is not gonna cut it. The Huntsman's Redemption is gonna be able to trample over whatever they got. Let's go. Shobs, how we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. Pretty solid hand if I've ever seen one. I absolutely love this Huntsman's Redemption. Such a good card. I don't see many people using it. Giving like a huge Cruel Somnophage, like trample or something like that. Really, really awesome. Because otherwise you just kind of chump block it and you make it so big, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's see. Let's not get cute here. Let's just go ahead and take away the Swift Spear here. Love gaining life. I love seeing my life total above 20 when the opponent is playing an aggro deck, or especially mono red. That's a good feeling. I mean, it won't last long, but it's a pretty good feeling for now. So like next turn we are gonna go for the Huntsman's Redemption. This deck has so many 2-drops and then like a few 4-drops and stuff, so it is kind of hard to really like make use of your turn 3. So that's kind of the reason why I do have this Huntsman's Redemption as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down just for a 3/3. If they've got a Lightning Strike, we'll eat it up on a creature. That feels pretty good. And then what I love about this is like sacrificing, if we have like an Undead Butler out or something like that, the Undead Butler retrieves something from the graveyard, and like it's just really good. And then you get something, you can tutor something, so a lot of nice synergy. I haven't seen the Undead Butler be played in a long time by me or anybody else, but I'm liking this Butler. What you got for me, Mono Red? Feldon. Do I care about the Feldon that much? Should I block it or no? I mean, I don't really... Well, I mean, we're gonna see if they have a Lightning Strike first. Yeah, the Lightning Strike. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and block the Feldon. I know they get to retrieve cards and stuff, but whatever. Go ahead and dig 3 deep, whatever. See if they have a Monstrous Rage. Yeah, as long as it still dies, I don't care that much. And they can go ahead and hit me for trample. Yep, that's fine. Not the end of the world. I know, take your 3. Mountain, Monstrous Rage, Mountain. Let's see what they take here. I'm assuming just another Monstrous Rage, but at least we know it. I think we are kind of well within reason. And like I said, the sacrifice thing, that's not all that relevant. It's a lot better if it works, but it does not, and that's okay. How big is this thing? A 2/2? It's not that. Let's go for the Undead Butler first, and then I'll decide if I want to mill myself. Go for the Cruel Somnophage, or if I just want to go for Likeness Looter again. So we're going to get 3 cards this way, and we'll get 1. We get 1. That's okay. But we do get a Lhurgoyf here, though, so the Undead Butlers can bring that back. I kind of like that a lot. And... I think we are just going to play. I don't really want to mill it. I mean, with Mono Red, I do not want to play around. These things deal so much damage. They get bit. They might have like 2 untapped mountains. Before you know it, you're staring at like a 6/7 Swift Spear with trample. I want to get my stuff down. It would be nice to mill, but we don't have that kind of time. We don't have the luxury of time with that. Here comes the Godric. And oh my Godric. Cloaked Reveler, so good. Here comes the Monstrous Rage as well. Are we gonna put the Monstrous Rage, or what are we gonna do? Ooh, Lightning Strike. Yeah, that is unfortunate. But that's why they don't get the Godric. And now we can chump block the Godric, so that's actually might have been like a blessing in disguise. They're not even gonna swing in with the Scoundrel. Even if they did swing in with both, I would still be chump blocking this. So this is absolutely fine with me. Let's go and take the action. And 4/4/2/3, we are going to take the Cruel Somnophage because it is just bigger. Toxrill is wonderful. We're not giving you trample. Doesn't really matter, but we're not giving you it for free. No way. Let's go ahead and drop this, and let's go ahead and take the mill this time. Yep, we do have to pay 1, which is not wonderful versus red, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. We do get 2 creatures, and now let's go ahead and drop the Somnophage. For 5/5, I mean, pretty good. Now, I know that this thing can go flying, but we have 16 life. 16 life, and we've got this Toxrill, the Corrosive. Once this thing comes out, it is just nighty-night for aggressive decks. They swing in. Yeah, I'm going to block. Absolutely. Don't care. If we trade, that's a trade I am well worth taking. Play with fire. That's fine. We have 16 life. As long as I have a lot of life, I do not care. And we are just one source away from being able to go for Virtue of Persistence or the Toxrill, so we're looking really good. It is a little tempting to go in for Tenacious Underdog, but we can just go ahead and use this, and I think we're going to do that. And let's go ahead and go ba-bam. Bam! Look at that. A 7/7 Cruel Somnophage, and we get to fly. What are you going to do? Mono Red, what are you going to do? We are too big for you. I think it's all but over. I don't even think we're going to have to go in for the Toxrill, the Corrosive, or the Virtue of Persistence. I mean, yeah, they just give it up. They know that we are just way too big. Mark with a C. This is a really good anti-aggro hand. We're going to go ahead and keep it. If we're playing control, I guess we can go for Duress, but we have none of our self-mill stuff. Okay, this is good. This is against aggro. We can probably make do with this. So I'm going to go for Underground River. We're going to pay to take a peek. See if we get like a Wandering Emperor or something. Ooh, that's a big old oops. Nothing for the Duress. I am running 2 Duress. I do think it is pretty good. But this is actually just salt in the wound. Dropping down a Thalia. That we can't even really do too much with. So we can go for Undead Butler, but we're going to have to pay. That sucks. That's kind of the bad thing about these 3-color lands. Or these 3-color decks, rather. Alrighty. We can go in for Virtue of Persistence on Thalia next turn, so it's not the end of the world, but we're going to be able to take another Undead Butler. Let's see what they want to do. If they use the Brutal Cathar on the Undead Butler, it feels a little wasteful, but I kind of welcome it. Yeah, they're going to do it. Wow, okay. This is absolutely fine with me. We're going to be able to get rid of this Brutal Cathar. Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Virtue of... I guess technically it's not Virtue of Persistence. This is the Lhurgoyf Scorn. So let's go ahead and drop you. Gain a little bit of life, and we'll get our Undead Butler back. That feels like a pretty good little 1-2 punch. I don't love the Specter of Mortality in my graveyard. I'm only running one, and I like the Huntsman's Redemption to be able to snag it. Adversary, yep. I think we're gonna have to just take. I don't really want to. I don't want to take a block here. Two, 3. We could kick this. I mean... Alright, let's do it. We're gonna have to pay 1, or 2 rather, but we at least get to kick this twice. So, 3, 4. A little underwhelming. It's a little underwhelming. Ugh. Another adversary. Oh my word. Okay. This thing's got first strike too, so we're not going to be able to do anything with the Thalia, unfortunately. But we can at least chump block. Oh god. Alright, we're doing with what we can. It's a big old chump block, but we'll be able to at least snag something back from our graveyard. And what do we want to grab? It's going to have to be the Specter of Mortality, but the problem is we grab this. This goes into the graveyard. We can do it for 3. Let's do that. Oh, this is... Well, for some reason, I thought these had 4 toughness. We're fine. We're golden. We dropped the Specter of Mortality. Am I missing something? Boom, boom, boom. And we clear the whole board. And that's just beautiful. Let's go! Specter of Mortality! We don't even need the Tarmogoyfs. We don't even need our Cruel Somnophages. We just need a Specter of Mortality. That's fine. The Specter of Mortality already did his job. We do not even care. Take the night off. Take the night off. This is already an... Well, this is an 0-1 now because we got rid of everything. But I think it's worth it. Let's go for the Huntsman's Redemption. We do have to keep paying for this, though, and that's a little nerve-wracking. Okay, fine. Yeah, we can go ahead and keep up the Go for the Throat as well, so I think this is fine. We do have to be... Yeah, we're fine. It's white. It's not red. It's not, like, green. They don't have haste. Like, we're fine. Coppercoat Vanguard. Let's go ahead and kill it right away. Yeah, might as well. Let's go ahead and make use of our last 2 mana sources here. There's our Cruel Somnophage, and we're looking pretty good. We can sacrifice this, but I don't think it's necessary. Again, I mean, usually what we're using this for is to grab our Specter of Mortality, and we already did, and then the trample for these big creatures, potentially. That's typically what we use this for. I don't think I even want to use that. Let's go ahead and just drop it for the 6/6. And then we can do this. And let's kick it. Let's kick it. Do we have to pay? Oh, we're going to have to pay. Let's do it. Screw it. I don't even care. We'll pay 2 life. Go down to 2. I don't think it matters that much. Let's get some nice mill action. And I think we're looking good now. We're going to be able to give these things trample too. Recruitment Officer. Darkslick Shores. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. So they do actually have to... They do have to block, right? Let's say no to that for now. And I'm gonna swing in here. If they do have like a Brutal Cathar or something, we can just go for the Restless Cottage. Yeah, this is fine. If they had 4 open white, I wouldn't do this just because I would be afraid of Wandering Emperor. Which we are towing the line a smidge here. But again, we can always just use Restless Cottage. Vanguard, we don't care, and we take it. Specter of Mortality, baby. Donnie F1. Let's see here. This is pretty good. This is an easy keeper. Let's go. Duress. Or should we just go for the Gnawing Vermin? Let's go for the Gnawing Vermin. Let's go for the Gnawing Vermin. It is tempting to go in for the Duress to see what we got going on, but I think the truth will come out eventually anyway. Let's go ahead and get a little Undead Butler action with the Somnophage. Gain 1 life. Okay. I don't think I'm too worried about that. If this was like control, I might be a little more tempted to go in for this, but let's just drop this as a 2-3. We're not worried about kicking it. We're not kicking it old school here. We are going for, well, actually we are. I guess we technically are kicking it old school because we got the Tarmogoyf. I don't play a whole lot of, like, oh, that kind of sucks losing out on that, but that's kind of the risk you play when you play it early, but, oh, we get another one, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's drop you, and I think we are going to kick it. We're gonna kick it, baby. Let's do that. And I saw, well, back to the, what, Tarmogoyf is like the other card, right? I know it seems a little silly, like that I should know that, but I actually do not, because I know what it is. I mean, I think the first ever like modern deck I was ever introduced for was like a, I think it's called like Kitchen Finks or something like that. Tarmogoyf. It was a really good deck. I mean, it was modern, so I mean, it was very good. Let's go in, instead of blitzing in the underdog, I'm going to go ahead and Duress, and then go in for Tyvar. So let's Duress away. Ooh. I guess just the Witchstalker Frenzy. Sure. That card seems to be the most impactful. And let's go ahead and get our mill before we swing in with our Tarmogoyf.
We can win. We
can win. So this is a 6-6, and this is a 6-7. I guess this is technically better for right now. We have to go for the throat too, so we'll go ahead. We're kicking it. We're kicking it with the Tarmogoyf. I'm not calling it the Lhurgoyf. That's not what it is. And we get the win. Let's go. Aylin, welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and keep this. So you're gonna go first. I think that's fine. We don't have any of our creatures, but we can find them with Tyvar, the Jubilant Brawler, Darkslick Shores, and let's go ahead and get this Gnawing Vermin. Gnawing Vermin, wonderful versus aggro decks, just because it kind of puts a little damper on their day by going out and getting a -1/-1 until end of turn. Pretty good. Not going to be the greatest versus what I would assume is going to be Esper control here. Very slow start, but I think the Tyvar be okay. Hopefully the Tyvar can go ahead and find something. Yeah, the cutdown does not make that much of a difference to me. You can take the Gnawing Vermin. Vermin is only really relevant versus like mono red, so whoa. Maybe this is, Liliana. Okay.
Something suspicious is going on.
Let's go and give him the Llanowar Wastes.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
We all have things we'd rather forget, and they only have 2 cards in their hand here. We do get into our little Goyf here. That is good, because it's not really the strongest thing. I think we're probably better off just going for Tyvar, especially because it is a lot more mana efficient this way. So let's see if we can try and grab something from the grave. There we go. Alright, so this... Alright, it's gonna go ahead and just get sacrificed by Liliana anyway, but it's nice to at least make them use the -2. They will have to at least use it. If we can get into an underdog, that would be actually pretty great too. Because we're running 2 underdogs.
Sacrifices must be made.
Well, sacrifice must be made, and unfortunately we had to sacrifice our only creature on the board here with Liliana. And they still have 2 on here, so that's not good. What do we want to do here? I think we're just gonna go ahead. I think we're gonna use the Goyf here, and we're gonna kick it twice. I know that obviously it's gonna get killed here, but because we have another Tyvar to bring it back, we're gonna kick it twice, and I'm hoping to find a Tenacious Underdog. Unfortunately, we do not, which is really a bummer, but it is what it is. We are running Toxrill.
do this all day.
And Sheoldred. We have a few silver bullets in this deck because again we have that that enchantment card that you can kind of like tutor.
I'll take my zombie. I've always hated crowds.
You've always hated crowds? That really sucks though. This is
My punch will be better.
Your punches would be better, but unfortunately we can't punch with the Tyvar now because we have the 1 loyalty counter, and that really does put a big damper on the day here. That does not matter, but okay, here we go. Here's the Huntsman's redemption. That's kind of why we have those silver bullets, like 1 Toxrill, 1 Sheoldred, etc., etc. Gosh dang. I do want to keep this Abandoned Mire up though. Well, let's just be nice. Let's just be nice and annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. I'm actually not gonna have the Mire. I'm not gonna drop the Mire. Even though we can hold up a go for the throw, because I kind of want this to kind of find something. I don't know if I don't think the Mire's worth it right now. I want to keep it to actually be able to use something. So I do have to note that we do not have the Toxrill any longer. Okie dokie. So we can't even go for the sacrifice, which really sucks. We're down to 19, 1 poison counter. Specter of Mortality. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, we can definitely make use of that. I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and drop it, just so that we can go ahead and drop the Specter of Mortality before we find another Tyvar. So, Specter of Mortality. Let's go ahead and get rid of a Gnawing Vermin. What's this, 2, right? Yeah, 2. We just need 2. And it doesn't feel great to get rid of Toxrill. Let's not get rid of Toxrill. Let's go ahead and take one of the Goyfs here. Ba-bang, just go ahead and clear their board. Nice little combination there. What I really like about the Huntsman's Redemption is you get the Trample, which is super nice. Because if you have like a, you know, a 10-10, you know, a Lhurgoyf or something like that, or if you've got like a huge Cruel Somnophage, you can just buff them up to the high heavens and then just give them Trample. Nothing doing yet. Let's just go ahead and attack with the Specter of Mortality. Looking pretty good here, unless they've got like removal. That's not a big thing. Ooh, Locked Whale. I am going to go. Should I go for the Throat My Own Creature? Then they. Can I deal with this thing? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Throat My Own Creature, just so I can get rid of the Hornlocked Whale. So they're not gonna be able to play that whale later because I did that. I don't know if that was the right move. I'm gonna go ahead and play my Tyvar. If this gets countered, oh, they just give it up. Really? I mean, I don't know.